all the speakers have.
With you guys. Whoops. Sorry.
Okay, ready? Look this way for me. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now look right here.
And now over here. 1, 2, 3.
Now for Prima.
I just want to move this forward. I'm not going to jack up anything. Second row.
Second row.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll get started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We're going to start in about 2 more minutes. Again, we're going to start in about 2 more minutes. We ask that you please keep your conversations down. Again, starting in 2 more minutes. Mahalo.
Aloha mai kākou. I'm Nanea Kalani with the Hawaii State Department of Education. On behalf of the department, mahalo for joining us here today as we mark the opening of our new temporary campus for King Kamehameha III Elementary School. The turnout today speaks to the importance of this occasion, as well as the partnerships and collaboration that it took to make this happen. It's also special for me on a personal level, having grown up in Lahaina in my early years. I attended the original campus on Front Street from kindergarten to 2nd grade and have really special memories of the school, my teachers, and my friends. The hope is that this new space will also serve as a place where our students and teachers can create new memories, as well as serve as a place of healing and learning. Today we're doing a news conference as well as a dedication ceremony. I'd like to introduce our speakers who will be speaking shortly, as well as recognize some of our special guests in the audience. So when your name is called, if you could either please stand or wave to be recognized. Speaking this morning, we'll have Josh Green, MD, Governor of the State of Hawaii. Keith Hayashi, Superintendent of Hawaii Public Schools. Curtis Brown with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Colonel Eric Swenson with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. and Ian Haskins, principal of King Kamehameha III Elementary. We're also very fortunate to have joining us from our congressional delegation, I don't see him, but United States Senator Brian Schatz, United States Senator Mazie Hirono, United States Representative Jill Tokuda, and representing United States Representative Ed Case, Annika Nozaki. Also from Congress, we have United States Representative Doug LaMalfa from California's 1st Congressional District, which includes Paradise, where the tragic campfire took place in 2018. He is a guest of Representative Tokuda while they traveled together as part of the American Congressional Exchange Program, sponsored by the Bipartisan Policy Center. From the Army Corps of Engineers, we have Lieutenant General Scott Spellman. From our State Board of Education, we have Chairman Warren Haruki. From our Hawaii State Legislature, I don't see him, Senator Angus McKelvey, who represents West Maui. Representative Justin Woodson, who represents Central Maui and is chairman of the House Education Committee. On behalf of Representative Ellie Cochran, who represents West Maui, Jock Yamaguchi. And on behalf of Maui County Mayor Richard Bisson, we have Pono Asano, and as well as Zeke Kalua. And representing the owners and developer of this property, we have Paul Chang and Paulus Subrata. We also have many other officials, representatives, and supporters of the Department of Education, the Army Corps of Engineers, our unions, HSTA, HGEA, and UPW, and our nonprofit partners as well. So we'll get started with our speakers with Governor Green, Josh Green, MD. Thank you.
Aloha. So thank you for joining us today. This is about our keiki, first and foremost in our community. I have to say it is a small miracle that in just 95 days a school has been created. And we need some small miracles here after the fire that we suffered on August 8th, which was 226 days ago. Before I get into my full remarks, I'm going to call it a tiny audible. And first, I want to thank Mazie, our senator, for being here. And I'm going to humbly ask Jill Tokuda, my old colleague from the Senate, to come out and say a few words. This is her congressional district, and she is just so passionate about this moment. So I wanted to have her up here first.
Mahalo, Governor. And I would just say, I think for all of us, this is a really chicken skin moment to be here. You know, I was walking here when it was just dirt. When the first classroom was up, I walked through that one classroom. And then to come back in succession and see this become not just a school, but a place of healing, a place of hope for so many people. It really is as if we couldn't imagine this moment in day to come, but 95 days, can you imagine that later? Here we are. And I can tell you that just coming off the plane literally an hour ago, from seeing Paradise, California, where schools were burned down and schools were rebuilt. Homes were burned, but they were rebuilt. I found hope there. And I really do know that it is absolutely possible that while we have been through unimaginable tragedy, this is the first step, this is the first testament that Lahaina and our people, we will be back. So thank you, Governor, for your leadership. Thank you all for your contribution. Mahalo.
So, thank you, Congresswoman. Doug, thank you for being here. To have bipartisan support means the world to us, and you know, it's a demonstration that people across our country care about Maui. And needless to say, our delegation are stars. So A couple comments of thanks first before we dive into this day. You're going to hear the specifics from our experts, but I want to recognize Warren Haruki, who has been one of our DOE leaders and a powerful business person with that mentality, which was probably one of the largest forces to get this school done so quickly. So thank you, Warren. Many mahalos to you. Keith Hayashi, who called me and said we're going to need a school, and I think we took about 8 minutes to make the decision that it had to go forward, and it had to go forward in a way, and when I say 8 minutes, I'm not joking. I think we spent 8 minutes in conversation about the need to just make a decision, and that decision was made for the students. We're going to have 300 plus students here at this campus right away, and for the teachers, the 27 teachers or more that will come back to this campus, who we value so much. This is the place where most kids are going to find their normal moments, their stable moments, until we do what is going to come next, which is start launching housing, transitional housing projects to help people get into that part of life that's stable. So when we welcome these 300 plus students here, we know that we're really beginning that critical part of healing, and we're glad to do it in the first few months, before even a full school year passed, which, needless to say, is not easy. And the Army Corps of Engineers did some amazing work. We're here to also mahalo the mayor, who acknowledged that we had to move forward quickly with the school in the district, because when King Kamehameha III Elementary went down, that's where the greatest heartbreak really occurred in many ways as far as losing structures. So many people lost so much. We know that well over 3,000 families were displaced. We know that over 4,000 buildings were destroyed. But when a school goes down, a school with memories, we had to rebuild. So this is the value that we decided to fix upon, La Lima, which means many hands in Hawaiian, bringing people back together. And that's what the Army Corps of Engineers decided in partnership with FEMA, who have been fantastic partners, absolutely every minute, to help rebuild. There were 600 of our students that were displaced, and we acknowledge that everyone has to make their own minds up about where they would like to be educated, where their place of trauma is, how they will come to recover. We don't expect all 600 students to come back to this campus, but we want options for our students, and that's why we're so grateful to be able to do this now. The Ledge has been supportive, and Representative Woodson, thank you. Thank you for being a leader in education and for leading this district along with your colleagues. It means the world to us that you're here. So as you've heard on a couple occasions, it took 95 days to build a school, so let's not forget that when we decide to build housing, because a couple months from now, we will launch a 450 unit housing project, and we're going to go see that right after this ceremony. People need housing, and they need schools. Soon we'll have to build health clinics. All of these things are critical to us. We're doing something unique here. We're also going to welcome different educators. We're going to have 50 students from Kaiapuni here at the campus, and I think that says something about our desire to be together, even if we sometimes have slightly different approaches to education. We all have the same values, which is caring for our children, and so I was really happy to see that. So in summary, let me just say this. Mahalo, everyone. Mahalo for understanding. Mahalo for being there in support of this enormous project. And just be ready. Be ready to recover together. We will build over 2,000 houses as we go forward in transition. We will make sure our students have a safe place to be educated, and we'll make sure that we heal as a state. So I appreciate all of you, and I'm excited to hear from our other experts. But the community has been wonderful in support of not just this project, but coming together over these last few months. So aloha for everything.
Mahalo, Governor. Next, we have Keith Hayashi, Superintendent for Hawaii Public Schools.
Aloha, everyone. Today is truly a momentous day, a day that we open King Kamehameha III Elementary School. As Governor has shared, it is due a large part to many individuals who have worked tirelessly to ensure that we're able to open today for a place of healing and continued learning. I'd like to thank our federal, state, county, and community partners who have come together to ensure that we can open this wonderful school. I'd also like to thank our board chair, Warren Haruki, as well as Deputy Superintendent Kurt Otoguro, who was instrumental in helping to lead the effort here. When I think about the students coming back and this place of learning, and I look out at the ocean and up to the mountain, and I feel that sense of oneness that our students will have here, working together with their teachers, their counselors, and the other staff to pull together as one and lead each other forward together. I can only think of our term in the department of Ne'epapa. Ne'epapa meaning pulling together with one purpose, one focus, and one direction. And all of what we have accomplished here and will continue to accomplish at King Kamehameha III Elementary School for our students, for our families, and for our community will last forever and ever. So thank you all very much for your support, your continued support of our students and our community here. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Superintendent. Next, we have Curtis Brown, who is the Deputy Federal Coordinating Officer for FEMA.
Aloha, and thank you all for joining us on this very special occasion to bless and dedicate this new temporary school campus. The children of Maui have lived through heartbreaking trauma. Their lives, their education, their routines have been disrupted by the wildfires. This school campus is a testament to the resilience and determination of the people of Maui, state leaders, and federal partners. More than that, this campus, built in 95 days, is a symbol of our unwavering support and commitment to education. It was a top priority for the state of Hawaii, the State Department of Education, FEMA, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and its contractors. FEMA has worked closely with leaders to make this initiative a reality. Here on Maui, our goal was to ensure the wildfires did not deprive children of a quality education, but they needed new classrooms to replace the ones they lost in Lahaina. The Army Corps of Engineers accomplished the mission in an unthinkable amount of time. This campus may be temporary, but will long stand as a reminder that despite grief and loss, the children of Maui will have a safe place to learn, to dream, and to thrive. When the doors open on April 1st, it will represent a significant milestone in the recovery and rebuilding efforts. As we look to the future, let us remember the strength and unity that brought us together in this time of greatest need, and let us continue to support each other and our children as they embark on this journey of learning, growth, and recovery. Mahalo.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Colonel Eric Swenson, Recovery Field Office Commander for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Aloha. Governor Green, Superintendent Hayashi, I know Mayor Bison's not here, but I've got to know him well, and I know he wishes he was here, and he's quite a champion for this. My boss, Brigadier General Gibbs, here from the Pacific Ocean Division, representing the Corps of Engineers, distinguished guests, faculty, friends of the King Kamehameha III School. It is an honor to be here today with you. Albert Einstein once said, "I never teach my pupils. I only provide the conditions in which they can learn." August 8th, 2023 was a terrible day for Maui, and in particular the students, their families, and the teachers of King Kamehameha III Elementary School. It was the day that this community lost the basic conditions that Einstein described. The most fundamental thing that every student needs is a safe place to learn. In fact, August 8th was a tragic day for the nation, as this most historic and culturally significant city perished under intense heat and flamed by the intense winds of Hurricane Dora. I will not speak for this audience, but as a young man who spent many years in school, I am guilty of wishing for a day where school was canceled. In fact, as a little kid growing up in Pennsylvania, I longed for a midweek snowstorm. But like many of you, I could and would never have wished my school to cease to exist. Though not a resident of Maui, I have been here long enough to know how important schools, and I would say high schools, are to the people of this community. Schools are indeed magical places. Just going to tell you a little story. Last week, I was in Lahaina town visiting homes and overseeing the debris mission, which I'm also passionate about. And I'm here to say that we are 25% done with residential debris removal. And that is an awesome moment as we really put our foot down on the accelerator to make this town ready for its rebirth. And while I was out, I met a family with small kids, and I'm a sucker for family with small kids. After a few minutes of chatting with them, I realized just how much I had in common with this family, and they may be here now. I come from a family that believed in education, that still believes in education. My mother was a history teacher. I blame her for my love of history and my constant asking of why and wanting to know more about the past. I married a French teacher and myself have dabbled in teaching as a professor at the United States Military Academy. But this family I met was also a family of teachers. The father taught at the high school and his wife, an elementary school teacher, both taught in Lahaina, and both lost family, friends, and a cherished school in this fire. We chatted about the new King Kamehameha III school, and both were excited to have their children return to a more permanent school where normal routines could resume, childhood dreams could become reality, and where healing could continue. I'm excited because they have a preschooler who will soon be a student on this campus. And we all know just how important kindergarten is. I'm pretty sure that everything I needed to know about living, I learned in kindergarten. God bless our kindergarten teachers. As a father of 3 young women, I also know the power of grade school. As this community looks to heal, it will require many hands and minds at work. For those parents who have been juggling kids and work, all while grieving, I know getting your kids back to a normal routine means giving you time to get to the task of rebuilding. Today, I'm here, I represent the Army Corps of Engineers and our contractors who came together with the community, the school's leadership, and the Hawaii Department of Education on short notice to form a team that would deliver on a promise to rebuild a temporary school for your children and for our children. And we did it in 95 days' time. Now, some of you may think that 95 days is a long time, but I have news for you. In the construction industry, it is merely a blip. And there are many hands that made this Guinness Book of World Records-like feat possible. I would like to start by thanking my predecessor, who can't be here with us today, Colonel Jess Curry. He was here from the planning and the construction phase, and he was passionate about getting this school built in 95 days. A true driving force that kept this project on a very ambitious schedule. I'd also like to thank Ponoaina, our prime contractor, and all their subcontractors to include Goodfellows, many of whom are local Hawaiian companies employing local Lahaina residents. We got this work done quickly because the hands behind the tools were vested in the community and committed to delivering for their families, their neighbors, their neighborhoods, and their community. For most, this was personal and something for which failure was simply not an option. What you see around you and behind me is the fruit of their labor that rose each day before the sun, worked in challenging conditions, and retired only after the sun set. 95 days of construction was the goal, But as in all projects, Mother Nature took 10 of those days to shower us with her grace and some rain, which made works temporarily stop. This Herculean effort was realized in really about 85 days of actual work. Though I thanked many of them already, I just want to again personally thank Troy Cruz and his team from Pono Aino and Goodfellows and many others for winning on behalf of the people of Lahaina. I look forward to the 1st of April when Einstein's advice will again ring true and the future of Lahaina will have a proper school to attend. Mahalo for coming out today to celebrate this monumental accomplishment made possible by the community who has and continues to invest in our youth. Thank you.
Mahalo, Colonel. Next, we have Principal Ian Haskins from King Kamehameha III Elementary.
Good morning, everyone. First, I wanted to give thanks and show appreciation to our students, our teachers, our staff, our community, and the whole Lahaina community. This year has been full of challenges on many levels with lots of layers of emotions. Through this, we have stuck together, and I do truly appreciate that. As we are about to embark on our 4th transition this school year, we have the opportunity to create an amazing space for our whole school community. Through the 3 previous transitions, we have persevered by working together. Collectively, we have taught and learned in different schools across the island. We have transitioned churches into learning hubs. We have came together as 2 elementary schools on 1 campus at Lahaina. This has been an unprecedented year, and together we can create the best environment for our students, teachers, and for our whole community. Let's take this opportunity to grow and learn together for the betterment of our students. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For media, we'll take questions after, but for now, we're gonna transition into our dedication ceremony, part of the event, led by Kaniela Masoy. And so that will be happening right back here on the sidewalk. If all of our seated VIPs can please make your way that way.